Hey, feeling good, like I should. When in dark, I walk around the neighborhood, feeling blessed.
Hey guys, back with chapter 3.2, Why did the League of Nations fail to keep the peace in the 1930s? So, to begin with the failure of disarmament. One of the League's main goals was to reduce weapons and stop another war from happening, and they wanted to do this by disarming militaries. A big conference was held in 1932 where over 60 countries met to talk about disarmament. At first, things were looking good, but then disagreements started happening and the countries didn't trust each other, especially after what happened after the Great Depression. Germany, under Hitler's rule, argued that they've already been disarmed and they should be allowed to build up its army for protection just in case. France was still scared of Germany and did not want to agree to this, and Hitler walked out of the talks and rearmed Germany either way. Like, whatever was said in the conference was not like any importance to him because he just did whatever he wanted. And this showed the League of Nations that they had no control and no one could achieve one of its most important goals, which was disarmament. Reasons for and actions taken in response to the crisis in Manchuria and Abyssinia. The Manchurian crisis is when Japan invaded Manchuria, which was a part of China, to gain land and resources. China asked the League for help, and the League sent a team to investigate, and after months it said that Japan was wrong, but should leave Manchuria. Japan ignored the League and quit. The League didn't have any army to stop Japan, and no country wanted to go to war over it, especially during the Depression, and this failure really made the League weaken itself. Then we have Abyssinia, which was a crisis where Italy under Mussolini invaded Abyssinia, which was in Ethiopia. Abyssinia asked for help. The League said that they were gonna punish Italy, but they didn't. And Britain and France didn't want to lose Mussolini as an ally against Hitler, so they secretly offered him most of Abyssinia in a Hoare-Laval pact. And when this was discovered, it embarrassed the League because both countries had to cancel the deal, and Italy still took the part of Ethiopia, and the League failed once again, proving just how little power they had at this time. And lastly, there's the Spanish Civil War, which was Germany and Italy supported the side of the Spain's government, and the League wanted to avoid getting involved in civil wars, so it did absolutely nothing. It did not provide any help, no advice, nothing. The League completely stayed out of it, and this just was another proving point in that they couldn't stop powerful countries from doing whatever they wanted. Then there was a change in attitudes from of the major powers towards the League of Nations. Throughout the 1930s, they stopped believing in the League. Germany, Italy, and Japan all left the League after being criticized for aggression. Britain and France were left in charge, but they were still dealing with the damages from the Great Depression and didn't want to go to war again. So they just started appeasing dictators instead of confronting them. Appeasing means to give in. Mussolini only stayed in the League when it helped Italy, and Hitler, ever since the beginning, he never trusted the League because Germany wasn't allowed to join at first, and discrimination, I don't know. And Japan left after the criticism they received over Manchuria, and also the USA, which was never even a member, hurt the League's strength because the USA was a really strong power, and without them they were just almost nothing without these powers. Britain and France claimed that they supported the League, but they weren't willing to no, okay. And then its failure to act. Wait, what? Oh yeah, okay. So basically, Britain and France said that they supported the League, but they didn't do anything to prove it. And yeah, the League was just really weak, and nobody really liked it. In conclusion, the League of Nations failed to keep peace in the 1930s. It was too weak to stand up to the powerful nations. Britain and France, the main leaders of the League, were more worried about their own safety than anything, and by the time World War II began, it was clear that the League failed with its main purposes. That's it. Thanks, guys.